Hello guys, welcome to Cypress API Testing. In this lecture, we're going to see how to set up a fresh API testing project from scratch. So all you need, create an empty folder, with the project name, and then upload that folder from your VS Code, like an open folder. Then you can, browse the navigate that folder and it will be uploaded. You can see here is my VS Code. So I have a empty folder is called the Cypress API Testing. It is the root directory, the folder for my project where the project will be saved. Okay. And apart from there, we're going to make sure you have a Node.js version 14 plus. That's a recommended. So you can test, you should have already Node.js since, we already did multiple projects like our Mocha framework. So we did another project for the VDD. So we have already, your machine should have all the requirements, Node.js versions, everything, but you can double check again, Node dash version. It will tell you what's Node version you have right now. I have it in a version 22, right? And then next is the first things we have to create our package.json file, right? Where will be all of our dependency, everything. So to do this, npm init dash yes. Okay. So all we have to go up here. So npm init dash, you can say yes, hit enter. Okay. So it's saying that, okay, so the name is API testing. This is the version. Okay, all those things looks good. You can see here is our package.json file already created. Okay, the next things we're going to do that, as you know that anyway, npm is nothing is official package manager. That's help you to, to have any package that based on Node.js or JavaScript project, like a Cypress is the Node.js, the project, right? So that's why we needed to have the package.json file so that our, all of our dependency, everything, so it's stored up there and we can manage our dependency from there. And next is install Cypress. Now we're going to install the Cypress. So it is very simple. npm install Cypress, save as a dab dependency. So copy that. You already know it, so that's why I'm not, explaining that much, because we already did multiple projects by the time when you were watching this Cypress API testing project. So npm, you can say install Cypress dab dependency. Okay. It may take a few seconds to even a minute. It all depends on your internet speed, your computer, the performance, all those things, but you can see it's going on. Okay. Here you go. You can see it's 40 packages has been, 175 packages has been added, all those things. And you can see now there is a node modules, right? So node modules is one of the important features that it has like a bin folder. You can see it's inside the bin folder. So we have all the, tools we have and then the command for the Cypress, everything's up here to execute our code and to have the Cypress library, everything's from there. Okay. And as a package.json, now you can see we have a Cypress, that's a 14.4. That's the latest version now we have, and here is a script. You can change your script up here. You can say we did it before, open to make it Cypress open. You can do more. You can do up here more like that. You can say test run, or you can say run. So it will be Cypress run. Okay. And so on. You can add more and more, script like we did in our last project, right? We can add more later on. Okay. And apart from there, let's go to, let's open our, npx Cypress open our test runner. So our test runner will be open. Okay, here is our test runner. And what type of testing? We're going to select end-to-end, configure. Okay, and then you can say continue. Okay, and then you can see now, if we minimize that, you can see there is a Cypress, the default structure being created, Cypress, and there is a feature folder. And then, let me just run one of them. Chrome. I'll say example 1. You got it. Into a spec. So let's run one of them. Those are the sample, the file comes with the Cypress when you install first time. Okay. So let it go there and minimize that. You know what? I will just close this. And then come to here and just refresh. If you refresh underneath your Cypress, look at check your Cypress, your directory of your project. So in here you can see end-to-end, right? End-to-end. So this is inside the end-to-end. You can see there is there's a 2 section. One is getting started, and another one it's advanced example. You will see this all the different examples comes with it. Cypress, some examples, spec file. Okay, and now, and if you notice that their file, the type they write it, the name .cy.js, this is the recommended way to write your create your file. So we'll follow that. Okay, for now, let's just delete this. We don't need that one. We'll create our own. And for this one, maybe let me just delete this one either. Okay, just delete all the the sample files comes with this. Okay, underneath the advanced, and then here let's rename this, this one, the advanced one, we can just rename it API test, API test. Okay, I'll say API -test. Okay, so underneath end-to-end, so we create another folder. It's API test, and inside this API test, we're going to create all of our APIs, right? A spec file. So like this is the idea. So this is our folder structure, Cypress API testing. Then Cypress, there's an end-to-end, underneath is API test, and here is a sample of our all of our specs. Okay, so you can see like this. This is the folder structure. It's an idea. Our project is almost set. Just one more thing is remaining in our config file. In our config file, we have to just add our base URL. And this is where is this base URL comes from? So this is if you go there, so there is a base URL. Okay, this is the request.in. It is the fake backend API testing. You can save resources. So they created this one for all different HTTP requests for testing REST API. Example, you can say get. So this is a get, and this is the request. It's which is you can say resources. Your base URL. This is the base URL, and this is the resources. You already know it. This is for another get for a single user. So this is the resources for get. This is the another one. So there's a lot of get resources. You can see for post request, you will find up here. Also, when you do post, so they give you a sample, like when you do a post, what data you want to pass up here, example, and the response with the status code, as well as what you are expecting as a response, right? So this is the name should be matched, The job should be met, whatever you pass up here, including the timestamp. Similarly, it has a put request. Okay, you can do a put request, testing a put request. You can do a delete event. Okay, when you delete it, it's a response. The response you expect 204 status code and empty response. There will be nothing up there. So this is a good resource to test your REST API. So this we're going to use this application. So, and it is a fake application, you can say, for testing purpose. They use it. So this is our base URL. Okay, so you can copy this one, and we'll update this one in our config cypress.config file. Go up here. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So here, for setup node event, we don't need to set up anything for now. I would say let's, we're not using any plugins or we're using default into the root directory path to create our spec file. So we don't need to pass anything. So let's, I would say let's make a comment in this one. You can delete it. It's totally up to you, or you can make a comment too. Okay, I will keep it commented for now. And underneath here, we're going to pass our base URL. We're going to say base URL. You can see again in our node. Here's our node. You can see that's what I say. Where is it? Base URL, and then this is the value, and we'll also make a screenshot failure as a false, a video as a false, because on API testing there is no UI level that you can take a screenshot or you can have a recorded video, so those things will be false. Okay, base URL. So let's go up here. We'll say base URL. You can see base URL. What's the value? And the value should be this. Okay, and comma, then screen onshot failure. So we'll make it false, and then video will make it false too. Okay, so this is just some configuration we set up. Okay, so pretty much we're good to go. Our project is set up, is done. We're ready to write our first API testing spec file. Okay, thank you.